Welcome back, friends and family, and we're here today with another banger. It's going to be a back workout with some underhand lat pull downs with some Lathan partials, as well as some bent over rows on the Smith machine. Also, we're going to do some pullovers as well as bicep curls at the end with a little bit of rear delts. All right, guys, let's get it. Okay, so we just finished our 2 sets on underhand lat pull down. I did about 10 reps on each set, and I also ended with some extra partials. I tried to include an extra camera angle because Adrian hit me up last video and he was saying that I wasn't arcing my back when I was pulling it down. So I, for the little guy, I made sure to include an extra angle. Up next, we're gonna have the bent over rows. So let's see what we can get, guys. I just finished my 2 sets on the bent over row. You might have noticed I added a platform. The reason being is on my Smith machine, I have these safety catches in the bottom and it was limiting my range of motion. So when I do that on a free weight, like just a regular barbell, I usually don't use that. And another thing you might have noticed is I wasn't bent over all the way. Pause, just wait a minute. I'm not going there, okay? Another thing is I'm actually enjoying this movement a lot. I like it more than the chest supported T-bar row, which is kind of ironic because we bought the Pritchett pad just to do T-bar rows. It kind of feels like if I was invited to your house for Thanksgiving and I just ate all the pie, if you know what I'm saying, just straight giving it. Now up next, we're gonna do some pullovers, and you guys might not know this, but I'm a member of this Facebook group called Team Full ROM, which is led by a bunch of exercise scientists, including Mike Israetel, and I actually submitted a video of me doing my pullovers, and they critiqued my form, and they gave me plenty of tips to do it better, and we're gonna do a giant set, which is gonna be as many sets as it takes to get to 45 reps. All right, guys, let's get it. All right, we just finished the giant set. It took 3 sets to finish the pullovers. We got 46 reps. A lot of the cues that I was trying to follow was to bring the bar to my hips, also hinge a little bit more, and to let the weight stack as I'm going up, create a natural arch. Now up next, we're gonna do some incline curls, and I'm gonna try a new exercise for the rear delts. I'm gonna do it right on the bench because it's gonna work perfect to superset it. All right, guys, let's get it. All right, that just about does it for today's workout. Before we end the video, I wanted to give the shout out. So I have Lizards on Ice. He wrote, "Damn boy, got me locked in with the underhand grip. What wrist wraps do you use? Also, the hat is dope. Another certified banger, friends and family gang." All right, well, first of all, the hat, my goal is to eventually make some new hats, or maybe when I get a milestone, 500 subs, I'm gonna probably do a giveaway and just give 10 out or so. For the wrist straps, I actually got 3 options for you. The first one, if you're in a budget, this is actually from Grim Reapers. It kind of ties, it has a little loop in the middle where you kind of go like this, and then you just put your wrist in it, and then you use this as a strap. Now, if you want to go the most expensive route, there's something called Versa grips, and they're over here. They're really good quality. However, they have very tight tolerances. So if you get the wrong size like I did, it's just gonna feel a little bit too tight. So I ended up giving this pair to my wife, and I got myself these called the Cobra grip. And I gotta tell you, out of all of them, this is the one I recommend the most. I actually like it more than the Versa grips, and they cost half the price. And the good thing is, these go on sale a lot. The reason I like them more is they're made out of the exact same material. They're a little bit bigger, and also if you look at the actual strap, it's a little bit wider as well, even though it's the same material. Another thing too that I like is if you want to see which hand this one goes to, you have to kind of open it up and see the tag inside. It's a little bit hard to find, and if you're anything like me, you're gonna forget where it's at. Meanwhile, this, it's kind of huge and in your face, and it's right outside, and you could always see which hand the strap goes in. So 100%, I'm a happy customer. I love my Cobra grips, and this is what I'm going to use going forward. Now, for the next comment, I wanted to give a shout out. I have user J something. He wrote, "Make a video about grip strength and growing forearms." All right, when it comes to grip strength, it's kind of weird because it kind of depends on what your goals are. Now, obviously, if you're into powerlifting and you want to compete, make sure you train your grip strength. The reason being is they're not going to let you use straps in the competition. Now, if you're training for just looking good and muscle wise, you have to just ask yourself if you think your forearms are lacking or not. Me personally, I barely train them. The reason being is when I was in high school, I actually used to play a lot of guitar. And I know that sounds silly, but I've actually developed like a pretty good grip strength as it is. You could always get something like a wrist roller, or you can get one of these things and in your free time, just kind of work out your forearms if you want to improve your grip strength. I used to actually, when I would play guitar, I had one, those for your fingers that you would kind of squeeze. It's kind of important, in my opinion, when you're doing back training to use wrist wraps. Your forearms are going to give out way before your back gives out. And you don't want it to be a limiting factor from growing your back, which is a much bigger muscle. Now, as always, there isn't anything in the world that I would appreciate more than if you guys subscribe, so in the next video, I could welcome you to my friends and family gang. All right, thanks for watching.